Okay, Malaysia just announced more than 13.3 million visitors arrival in the first 4 months of 2025. Last year, yeah, not this year, last year. And then everybody is celebrating. So, tourism is back, yeah. Numbers are booming, yeah. We don't need AI to help us, yeah. We don't need any promotion, yeah. We don't want any more increase in tourist arrival, yeah. We are doing great without any interference of AI and so on and so on. But hold on, because in tourism, big numbers can sometimes hide small economic impact. And if we don't understand the difference between visitors, tourists, and excursionists, we may end up celebrating the wrong thing. So today, I want to show you the importance of the right numbers, yeah? Because these numbers are not just statistics, these may be a warning signs, and also at the same time, they are huge opportunities. So let's look at the first slides. Malaysia recorded 13.38 million visitors arrivals from January to April 2025 last year. Yeah, that's about 21% growth versus 2024 and already higher than 2019 levels. Yeah, sounds fantastic. But then, when we split the data, something interesting appears. Out of 13.3 million visitors, only 8.35 million are actual tourists, while more than 5 million were excursionists. Meaning, they came, but they did not stay overnight. They entered Malaysia, spent a few hours, and returned home, mostly from Singapore. And please understand, Singapore is extremely very important to Malaysia. But if a huge portion of growth comes from the same day traffic, you can create strong arrival numbers without maximizing tourism value. This is where many countries make a mistake. They focus too much on arrivals, but smart tourism's economies focus on ALOS and also APT. All right, ALOS means average length of stay, and APT means average per tourist spending. Because tourism success is not just how many people entered. The smarter question is how long did they stay? How much did they spend? And who benefited from that spending? Now let's look deeper. Yeah, Singapore contributed more than 6.5 million visitors and more than 3.8 million excursionists alone. That means Singapore is heavily carrying Malaysia's tourism statistics. So look at the transport data. Most arrivals are through Tambak Johor, Gelang Patah, Woodlands, land checkpoints, not airports, land entry. Meaning many are weekend trips, shopping trips, family visits, short food shopping runs, and maybe quick leisure travel. Again, nothing wrong with this, nothing wrong. No, we welcome them. But here's the danger. If we only chase rival numbers, we may ignore tourism yield, overnight stay, premium spending, local economic circulations, and quality experiences. Because one tourist staying 7 nights and spending 15,000 ringgit can create more economic value than 20 people crossing for a few hours. And that's why countries like Thailand focus heavily on experiential tourisms, wellness, island stays, nightlife, luxury tourisms, digital nomads, and longer stays. So Thailand understands something very important. Tourism is not a crowd business anymore. It's a value business. And this is the part most people never discuss. Malaysia often celebrates arrivals. Thailand focus more on receipt and stays. Why? Because longer stays increase hotel revenue, food spending, transportation spending, shopping, attractions, local community participation. That's why ALOS matters. Average length of stays, ALOS. The longer tourists stay, logically, the more money flows into the economy, to the local economy. Then comes to APT, average per tourist spending. This is one of the most important tourism indicators, because if arrivals increase but spending per tourist drops, you may actually create pressure on congestions, traffic congestions, overcrowding on the destination, on the beach, on the attractions, rising costs, definitely, and without generating strong economic value. This is why some locals around the world become anti-tourism. You look at Barcelona, you look at a lot of places. They see traffic, they see crowds, they see higher prices, but they don't feel the benefit. So the future of tourism must involve local communities, not only hotels, not only airlines, not only big corporations, okay, but also the makcik selling kuih and nasi lemak, fishermen, cafe owners, artisans, students, homestays or owner operators, local guides, local community guides, drivers, and small entrepreneurs. So when tourism money reach communities, people protect tourism. Now here's the exciting part. The slides also show huge opportunity. China arrivals are growing strongly, very strong. India arrivals are growing strongly, very strong. And ASEAN remains powerful. The demand is already here, but many Malaysian tourism players are still selling tourism like it's 2010. Same itinerary, same brochure, same package, same sea tour, same island tour, same jet ski package. Meanwhile, the modern traveler, they want local experience. They want hidden gems, authentic culture, storytelling, workshops, healing sessions, food trails, village experiences in kampung stay, and spiritually, and travel with purpose, and transformations. That's very important, transformations. So tourism today is no longer just about destinations. It's about experiences worth remembering. And increasingly, tourists discover these experiences through TikTok, Instagram, Google, ChatGPT, TripAdvisor, Viato or Gemini, and so on. Not brochures, not travel fair, not newspaper ads, not even billboard, not even taxi wrapping. If your tourism product is not digital, not structured, not discoverable, and not bookable, you become invisible. And this is why I keep saying Malaysia does not have a tourism shortage. We have a productization shortage, and we have an experience design shortage, and we have a digital visibility shortage. And the future winners in tourism will not necessarily be countries with the most attractions. The winners will be countries with the best storytellings, the best experience ecosystem, and the strongest digital visibility, and the highest tourism's value creations. The future is not how many tourists came. The future is how long they stayed, how much they spent, and what they experienced, what they shared online, and whether local communities benefit. Because tourism today is no longer just hospitality. It is about part media, is part technology, is a part psychology, and is a part storytelling, and part economic ecosystem. So Malaysia still has a huge opportunity to win, but only if it stops chasing the vanity metrics and start building meaningful tourism's value. The tourism game has changed. The question is, are we changing with it? I'll see you in the next video.